Hello everyone and welcome to Philly Crypto Trading Plus. Are you confused by all this price volatility? Are you wondering where prices will be next? Well, look no further. You're definitely in the right place. I'm here to solve these problems for you by providing clear, concise, and competent technical analysis. In today's tutorial, we'll be covering Bitcoin Cash. Specifically, we're going to talk about the relationship of Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin and why we've talked about our performance and where that's going to be going. The MACD, RSI, we're going to cover that. We'll talk about a symmetrical triangle, a parabolic move that we had through that, Fibonacci retracements, extension. Also, we're going to talk about the apex to another triangle forming and some consolidation that we'd like to see happen. And we'll talk about the trade room and the simple moving averages as well. So we got a lot of things to cover, guys. So let's get right to it. Now, be sure to stick around to the end because I'm definitely going to be talking to you about where I think we're going to be going next. That's always important for you guys, okay? So before we get started, though, guys, please be sure to smash that like button because it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. It makes a huge difference to me. Also, I'm always trying to improve my videos and give you the best content I can. So please let me know what you like about my content in the comments below, and I'll be sure to do more of it. Now, let's get into today's lesson. First of all, what we're looking at right now, guys, is a comparison of Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin. Now, we talked before several weeks back in my trade room, as well as some of my comments. You know, we do a lot more in the trade room, guys. I'm just going to say that now. But bottom line is, we talked about the performance levels of Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash and other coins that were getting ready to change, okay? And we thought that Bitcoin Cash was going to be getting stronger and starting to outperform Bitcoin, which in fact has been going on for several weeks now. So, yeah, as you can see right here, guys, we saw this coming. We've got our simple moving averages up here, the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200, right? So what we have is we've got the crossing, which is great, 20 to 50, 23 to 100. We've moved up nicer. And so right now, this move has happened, but you notice here, we need to catch up a little bit. Excuse me. So right now, we'd like to see this catch up a little, and we'd like to see a little more consolidation going on because we really had a nice jump, right? But this, you know, a lot of people say, oh, we had a really big move, and, you know, now we'll get to that in a minute, guys, okay? Because I don't want you to think we're getting too far ahead of ourselves because we're certainly not in perspective. And we're going to get to that last, and that's a little gem I'm going to leave until the end, guys. So make sure you stick around, okay? So anyway, we're now getting these averages crossing up, which is great, which this tells us now we're going to start to see and continue to see Bitcoin Cash outperform Bitcoin. This is what we look for. So, but right now we need a little catch up and we're going to need a little consolidation, right? So now we're looking at the daily time frame, right? Here again, you can notice here how we had this symmetrical triangle we talked about before, guys, okay? Notice how we bunched up and we boom, nice parabolic move, which we've called before and we talk about all the time, guys. So that's nice. Now we run up all the way. Let me show you real quick because you may not be able to see this here. This is the 3.618 fib extension, right? 1169. That's kind of where we got up to. You can see we touched here. We spiked up a little higher to 1226, but realistically the body's at 1100. And of course now we've pulled back. So we're getting some consolidation, which is what we're looking for because we're getting at this point right now, short term, bit overextended. We're going to need some consolidation, guys. I always talk about building a strong foundation just like a house. If you build a crappy foundation, the house is going to fall down. In this case, nice run, but we need some kind of a structure built here with which to continue higher. That doesn't mean we won't just run up, but we would like to see that because that's the foundation of healthier and stronger prices to stay there because that's what we're looking for, right? Higher prices. So again, guys, on the daily time frame, you can see here the 20-day standard. This is a simple moving average, excuse me. A little ahead of ourselves, right? What we'd like to see is maybe 4 or 5 more days of consolidation, which coincidentally on the 22nd would put us right pretty close to the end of the month. Let this 20-day simple moving average catch up, get a little more consolidation. So Yeah, we'd like to see everything now, but that's not how it works, guys. I keep telling you this. So anyway, the 1.6 extension, 766, a number to keep an eye on, right? Now, also, here's a 4-hour time frame, right? Notice how the 20 has crossed down below the 50, right? Well, that's not surprising. Look what we just did, right? So what I'm thinking is we're probably going to see some sort of flattening here. Like I said, we'll want to see how that plays out. And of course, notice here the 100 at 805, which I've talked before about supports in my trade room, guys. If you're not in there, you definitely want to get in there. But I've talked about the support at 800, and of course, that's what happened. We bunched up right here and bang. So now we're coming back and touching. You can see the spikes. We're spiking up nicely because right now, while we're talking, Bitcoin, which leads most all coins, is really selling off right now. We called it. We talked about it, but that's another story. So expect a lot of these to follow. So we've got this spike down. We're moving up. That's nice, which means right now the buyers are kicking in. They're jumping in now, and they're buying it off of this support. This is the kind of things that we want to see. So we're going to be looking for more consolidation, guys. Notice here also, from this spike high, come down on a MACD. Nice flattening going on really for a bit of time now, guys. So we're getting kind of pretty close to, our next movements, but we have to watch that. So here we go again, guys. I want to just point out one quick thing. Our volume looks good. MACD, a little overbought. Yeah, but, we're about to cross, but that doesn't mean we're just going to fail. We look at the other indicators. So right now, the RSI, 59.75, which is great. So we're not even down to 50 yet. And we're looking very, very good. We think this is a very strong coin. We do think it's going higher. But for right now, those are indicators that say not just yet. And that's the point of those, okay? Now, this is the Fibonacci retracements. 1221, we topped very nicely. Typically, guys, we always talk about the Fibonacci retracements, how they're indicators of pullbacks and where we might go to. So a 0.5 pullback is 830. 0.5 fib retracement, 830, right? So notice here, we got the spike down, right? But look at here, we're developing a nice little base here in the upper 800s, almost 900, right? Now we're moving down a little bit, yeah, but we're talking about the sell-off right now with Bitcoin. I called that, and so we expect that today. I think that's going to play a role maybe as long as the next week or so. So this is what we're talking about here, guys. We want to see more of this, and Bitcoin will be a leader in a lot of this, okay? So for right now, guys, the numbers to pay attention to are our 0.5 Fibonacci at 830, and an extreme situation, which I'm not too sure about, 738.618 fib. I really don't know about that, But my point is, guys, these are the numbers. Remember, Bitcoin is at 52 right now. It's broke the 54.1 I talked about. If we sell and break off and go down below 50, anything's out there, guys. Anything. So focus on these two, right? But we think we're going to move up. So that's another idea for you. Now, on a 4-hour time frame, I had built a nice little symmetrical triangle, which we fell out of. So on the shorter time frame, guys, you can clearly see the spike up. Again, they're buying it off of this spike down. This is just a bit of a support I showed you real quick at the 830 area, just like the last one. And again, guys, this is a 4-hour time frame. So we're moving up here. So what we're going to want to see, guys, is in the next week or so, we're going to see if we can't get back up into this triangle. Because a lot of times I always tell you guys, when we're overextended, we get back into the triangle. Well, if we're oversold, we tend to also do the same thing. So we're looking for the next week to probably get back into this triangle. This is what we're looking for, right? So now, I think we've covered most everything I wanted to cover. One more thing, and this is what you really need to understand, guys. Now, I'm going to go back here for a second to point this out. Okay, big move, right? People say, oh, selling up. Wait a second. We're selling off. But don't think that this stuff is coming, right? That's what I wanted to point out to you lastly so you could understand. Now, people forget the all-time high. And if you know me well enough, and you've been on my videos, you know I don't like to get ahead of myself. But I want to put things in their proper perspective. The all-time high of Bitcoin Cash is 4,355. So there's a lot of room to play some catch up here, okay? And I'm just going to say that and leave it at that. Now, we're at the 1220. We notice here, these are support lines, guys, or resistances in this case. We've come up to this resistance at the 1180, 70 area, whatever. We had a resistance. We hit that. We come down, right? Well, I didn't want to draw the other ones. There's too many lines here, but, obviously the 800 was very strong here. So, well, definitely on this particular case, we want to see guys get back up, excuse me, in the upper 900s, of course, right? But, guys, it takes time. What I'm trying to point out to you is this here is awesome, but we're just getting started, guys, okay? So we're really going to be looking to get back up to this area, this 1179.80 thereabouts. But remember, guys, the only way we do this, if we're going to continue higher and sustain these levels, we must have a good foundation built. That's called consolidation. So right now you can see we're consolidating right here, right, in the upper 8s and the lower 9s with which to go higher. So that means that next we'll want to be testing this 1180. And then we're going to need to see some consolidation there. We might spike up, I don't know. But I would prefer to see some consolidation. That way, we're really getting ourselves set up nicely to successfully test this next resistance at 1459. Okay, guys? And after that, look at this, guys. Again, I don't like to get ahead of myself. But, guys, this is what we're talking about. These are our targets. And I wanted you to understand the proper perspective of where we're at now, why we got here, and where we're going to go next, and why we're going to get there. This is what I'm trying to convey to you guys. Now, this is the part of the video I'd like to turn it over to you. And please tell me, what is the most important or valuable thing that you've learned from today's lesson? Please let me know in the comments below, as I'm always appreciative of that, guys. I thank you all for your feedback, okay? Also, real quickly, the trade room, guys, we've got 8 days left, okay? I really can't thank you guys enough for your support. Got a great response into the room, better than I had thought, and I think it's great. But at the end of the day, we got 8 days left. It's a 2-for-1 special, $20 a month. You pay for April, you get May for free. Well, guys, all I'm saying here is this. I appreciate your support here, but what I'm saying is you're just giving me a chance to make you money, and you're going to pay $10 a month to do it, which is a joke, right? So that's all we're talking about here. And remember, guys, YouTube doesn't really pay you any money whatsoever, right? It's simply a platform for visibility, right? So if you want to support me and you like what I'm doing and you want to help me help you, I always appreciate that. I've got my administrator, Dan, in the room where we do have a lot of trades in there, many more things than we have time to do on this channel. I know that some of the folks can attest to that. But the bottom line is, guys, I got 8 days. Take advantage of special. Get yourself in there. The link is always in the video description. And I put comments periodically from the trade room so you can kind of get an idea of what it is that we're doing. So with that in mind, guys, again, I thank you all for your time. I thank you all for your support. I'm here for you. We'll be doing a little more videos in the next couple of weeks, so pay attention to that as well. Now, please make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, the more subscribers that we do get, the better and more content I can continue making for you guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. Now, if you want to learn more, please be sure to watch this next video.